I was minding my own business. This guy comes over here, gets in my face, and gives me unlawful directives.
So, hey, sir, can you understand why we may be...
I don't need to understand anything.
Well, I'm going to explain why he was concerned.
Why?
So we could be concerned that somebody is targeting our police vehicles or is looking inside there to see confidential information on the screen or in other things.
Okay.
So this is a reasonable...
Whose responsibility to protect confidential information?
It is reasonable.
Whose responsibility?
It's reasonable.
Great. Is it yours?
Get that on tape. Get this one on tape. Can you record me telling you to go f*** yourself? You shouldn't be out here so much. You're shaking. If you don't like the confrontation, you shouldn't be out here.
Get lost. Right now.
I don't need to do nothing.
Get lost.
I don't have to do nothing.
Get lost.
I would back
Leave.
down and fucking calm your attitude down. Or
Leave.
get your supervisor.
Leave. Go
Welcome back to Channel, where we share and analyze real-life situations, from tense confrontations with law enforcement to controversial events. Today, we'll examine citizens' rights to oversight, misconduct from public officials, and the valuable lessons we can learn from these situations. Stay tuned and feel free to share your thoughts with us.
What do you need to do?
I was minding my own business. This guy comes over here, gets in my face, and gives me unlawful directives.
So, hey, sir, can you understand why we may be...
I don't need to understand anything.
Well, I'm going to explain why he was concerned.
Why?
So we could be concerned that somebody is targeting our police vehicles or is looking inside there to see confidential information on the screen or in other things.
Okay.
So this is a reasonable...
Whose responsibility to protect confidential information?
It is reasonable.
Whose responsibility?
It's reasonable.
Great. Is it yours? Who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I don't know. What are you doing?
You don't know who...
Are you taking close-up pictures of the inside of these cars? You can't do that, okay?
Says who?
It says me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Well then,
Okay,
get lost.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of these cars.
Watch me.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of the cars.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You come over here all big tough guy?
Hey, you can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
It says me. It's a police car, okay?
And you, who are you?
I'm a sergeant, okay? I'm a supervisor.
Yeah?
Okay, yes.
And
you can't be here.
And you
that.
can get lost.
It doesn't work that way, my friend.
How does that work?
Hey.
What? You're gonna get in my face like this?
Go find something else.
You think you're gonna intimidate me?
Who's intimidating you, man?
Then what's the problem?
I don't know. I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
You came over here all tough guy.
I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
There was no problem. What am I doing?
You can't be taking pictures of inside.
Says who?
Says me.
What law?
I don't know.
Exactly. So get lost, tough guy.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, how's it gonna work?
I don't know.
Why don't you call your bobbies over here? Why don't you call your lieutenant?
No.
Other sergeants?
You show me out in front of the precinct with
Yeah?
taking some pictures of inside of the police car.
Dumb guy.
I'll take it.
What a dumb guy. Taking pictures of the inside of the vehicles that are public property. I'm on a public sidewalk taking pictures of everything that is open, visible from my eyes, okay? Which is First Amendment protected activity, and the tough guy shows up here and tells me I can't take pictures.
Taking pictures of the inside of the car is
Oh, you too? You want to get on my case too about taking pictures?
A citizen exercises their right to freedom of the press, only to be immediately confronted by the police without a clear legal justification. When challenged, they respond with authority, not reasoning. This is a prime example of how authorities can misuse power to intimidate rather than protect. One question remains. If there's nothing to hide, why fear being recorded?
Pictures?
I'll be out at
Watson?
Central
Dude.
Precinct.
And you?
Dude.
Words? Edwards?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. What are you doing taking pictures then?
What am I doing taking pictures? What's the problem
Can't
taking
take pictures
pictures?
of the inside of the vehicles from the computer.
What law is that? What am I breaking?
I don't know. That's called private property. You can't.
That's private property? Come here.
You can't.
Come here, Sergeant.
You can't take a picture.
Come
of the
here,
inside of the
Sergeant.
vehicle.
Come here.
No, I don't need to come here. I'm good.
What it says over here?
Take a picture of the outside if you like.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What does it say?
You tell me.
You don't know how to read? Any of you guys know how to read?
What's your goal, sir? What do you need today?
I was minding my own business. This guy comes over here, gets in my face, and
No, but you weren't
it gives me
minding your own
unlawful
business.
directives.
So, hey,
Minding your
sir,
own business.
can you understand why we may be...
I don't need to understand anything.
Well, I'm going to explain why he was concerned.
Why?
So we could be concerned that somebody is targeting our police vehicles or is looking inside there to see confidential information on the screen or in other things.
Okay.
So there's is it reasonable
Whose
to ask-
responsibility
it is
to protect
reasonable-
confidential
it is-
information?
It is reasonable.
Whose responsibility?
It's reasonable
Great.
to ask.
Is it your responsibility to protect confidential information?
Sir.
Exactly. Exactly. So next time when a law-abiding citizen inspects his own property
It's your property.
and you're my servant, that's my property.
That's your property.
Everything that's on you, my property, except your personal effects.
Okay.
This building, my property. This vehicle, my property. You all, you, every one of you work for me. I tell you what to do. I tell you how to do it. I
right?
pay your wages.
Is that right?
That's right.
How's
And
that
you
work-
answer to
how's
me.
that working for
So
you?
when you get on my case, being a law-abiding citizen, quiet. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Quiet. When I'm a law-abiding citizen and you get in my face and you start threatening me
Nobody
and you call your bubbies out here,
Nobody threatens.
assuming that I'm a criminal
Nobody
because you intend to do something against me, guess what?
What are you going to do?
You're going to get a piece of my action.
What are you gonna do?
My freedom of speech.
Now you're
All
committing
of
a
us
crime.
have a
Now
lot of
you're
things
committing
we
a crime.
need to
Get
do.
back to your
There are
job. I didn't call you.
everywhere.
I didn't call you.
We're here until
Who called you?
are not here. So
Who
what's
called
going
you?
on? What do you want?
Who called you?
Your
Who called you?
situation, your scene, your level of engagement
Yeah?
is going to make the police be here. And I do think that's your goal. I
No.
literally think what you are doing is trying to create a scene to get police attention, to
Ask her.
record it on
Ask her.
camera,
I was walking
to
down. I
record it
was
on
walking
camera,
on a sidewalk.
and have this
I
interaction
was walking
be
on a
useful to
sidewalk
you
very
online,
quietly.
on a YouTube channel.
Whatever you think.
So whatever your
I
goals
don't care
are,
what you think.
I want you to know very clearly, sir.
That's right.
You are taking up valuable resources that could be helping the city.
Did I call you?
Because we are focused
Great.
on you.
Here's how you can end this.
So I think that's important.
This is how you can end this.
What do you need?
Go back to your job and mind your own damn business.
You need to not point your camera inside of police vehicles and record information off of our computers.
According to whom?
Don't do it.
According to whom?
That's it.
According to whom?
Sir.
What law is that?
Okay.
What law is that? Give me an ORS code that tells me that I am not lawfully allowed to look at anything that my eyes can see on a public sidewalk.
Okay.
What law is that?
We are going to leave, and we understand that you are not going to point inside of cameras
Unless
and
I'm
record
breaking
things
the
off
law,
computers.
you can take your orders.
You stay
and
on
go to
public
hell with
property.
them.
You stay out of a roadway. You understand? You stay out of the roadway.
I'm protesting at this point, so I will stand wherever the hell I want.
Good day, sir.
Get lost. That's how you should have reacted in the first place. You come out here and you harass me, a law-abiding citizen, that's the reaction you're going to get. Servants, get lost. Sick and tired of police officers harassing law-abiding citizens every day.
This situation teaches us an important lesson. Knowing your rights is the best way to protect yourself from abuse of power. Police are meant to serve and protect, but they're not always right. As citizens, we have the right to film in public as long as we're not breaking the law. Stay calm, ask questions, and demand legal justification. Your rights are only as strong as your understanding of them.
Get that on tape. Get this one on tape too. Can you record me telling you to go f*** yourself? You shouldn't be out here so much. You're shaking. You don't like the confrontation, you shouldn't be out here.
He captured on October 7th of 2020 when he noticed two men and a handcuffed woman in an unmarked vehicle in his alleyway. A helicopter circled above and multiple officers of the Anaheim Police Department arrived on scene to assist. The woman's boyfriend had missed a court appearance and attacked Chris.
What's this guy look like?
He's all over the place.
You're saying all that. You're saying all that.
Don't put me on the camera. Get out of here.
Pushing him down in front of all the other officers on scene, turning off his camera in the process. This prompted former Fullerton officer Christopher Wren to get involved, harassing Chris for filming the scene and alleging that he is the victim.
Assaulting me.
All right, we're trying to find somebody.
He fucking pushed me. What's his problem? Fucking asshole.
Once again, we witness abuse of power and lack of transparency in law enforcement. A citizen simply filming from a public sidewalk is harassed and even assaulted, while the real offenders are protected. Without cameras and public pressure, would justice ever be served? This is why we must always hold those in power accountable and exercise our right to record.
How you doing? Get that on tape. Get this one on tape too. Can you record me telling you to go f*** yourself? You shouldn't be out here so much. You're shaking. You don't like the confrontation, you shouldn't be out here. You're a freak. Nice camera. Did you get that up in the 1990s? The reason I don't like you is because I'm a victim of a crime, and what you're doing is you're violating my personal business. I'm trying to figure out why. Is the story about the police more important than me? Or is that just the way you are? It's f***ing rude. You know that, right?
What's
If you called the police, would you want me showing up with a f***ing camera, putting it in your face, and making sure you see everything that's going on? I don't really want my f***ing face on camera when I'm a victim of a f***ing crime. You know why I'm talking to you like this? Because you think I'm a cop, but I'm not a cop. I'm the one who f***ing called the police on these assholes. Because they tried to f***ing kill me in Garden Grove. So mind your own f***ing business.
I haven't said anything yet.
F***ing annoying with that. It's my personal business.
My property.
Ex-Officer Wren was fired for cheating on his wife with another officer, in which he used a tax-provided phone to communicate with her and take nude photographs of himself with, amongst other complaints. Chris then attempted to report the incident to Officer Michael Doman and Sergeant Chad Cummings, but even though it appears that two of the men on scene witnessed Chris being battered by the redcoat, the uniformed officers deny everything and refuse to help.
Why did that guy assault me?
I have no idea.
Why didn't you arrest him?
My back was turned. I have no idea what transpired before that. I broke it up. I've actually came over here to talk to you, but you don't want to talk to me.
No.
Okay.
After the incident, Officer Tazi with Anaheim Police conducted an internal affairs investigation, but is alleged to have been unhelpful and told Chris nothing. Chris then tried to file a criminal complaint with APD's Officer Hill. Hill showed Chris a few pictures, but none were of the men on scene. He also allegedly told Chris that his battery was captured on Bodycam, but the department refuses to release it. Chris and other viewers then attempted to request records of the incident, but they were heavily redacted to conceal the bondsmen's names. However, the records department failed the residents of Anaheim by redacting some of the records using correction tape, which was easily bypassed using a flashlight, leading to the identification of several of the men on scene. To be transparent, I almost left this information out of the video, in hopes that we could bypass their redactions in the future, but I've elected to include it so that they change their ways and prevent real victims from having their names and addresses released to the public when they require protection and anonymity. My original video alleged that the men appeared to be plainclothed officers, working with Anaheim Police, and in response to you, the audience, sharing my video to the department's Facebook page, Chief Jorge Cisneros issued this letter on their social media platforms. It claims that the video had been previously examined internally by APD, and that the men were not Anaheim police officers, that they were bail bondsmen attempting a fugitive apprehension. However, the chief is only telling half-truths. First of all, the men were allegedly illegally working as bail bondsmen. Did the chief know that? Second is that Corbett was a former Fullerton police sergeant. In 2018, Corbett accepted a court offer requiring him to plead guilty after filing a false police report after prosecutors alleged that he was called to the scene of a DUI crash involving then Fullerton city manager Joe Feltz. Corbett gave the city manager a ride home and reported that he wasn't intoxicated. The officer avoided jail time by entering a diversion program and doing 80 hours of community service, agreeing to no longer work in law enforcement. Did the chief know that? Finally, is the fact that Peterson was an officer with the Anaheim Police Department, but was fired during his rookie year in 2018 after killing a man during a car chase in a busy neighborhood, in which he and his partner fired 76 shots, most of which through their cruiser's windshield. Did the chief know that? It would be hard to prove that he didn't, considering that he took the role of chief just 5 months after the incident that cost the city a $2.9 million settlement on top of however much that windshield cost. If he did know, I'd like to ask the residents of Anaheim how they feel about this new information. And finally, after all of the above, the Orange County Grand Jury has indicted Corbett and Peterson for their conduct while working illegally as bail fugitive recovery persons, more commonly known as bounty hunters. Former police officer Roger Jeffrey Corbett and Kevin Andrew Peterson will be arraigned on 3 felony counts each of kidnapping, false imprisonment by violence, menace, fraud, or deceit, and enhancement with firearm in the commission of a felony. Overall, this case is just one of the many examples of widespread corruption and failure that we see throughout law enforcement agencies across.
This situation teaches us an important lesson about the right to oversight and justice. As citizens, we have the right to film and document any interaction with law enforcement. The key is not to let abuse of power or lack of transparency go unchallenged. Always protect your rights and demand accountability from those in power.
You need to get lost right now.
I don't need to do nothing.
Get lost.
I don't have to do nothing.
Get lost.
I would back
Leave.
down and fucking calm your attitude down. Or
Leave.
get your supervisor.
Go.
I don't know where he's at, but he's parked in a handicap zone. I wonder if they have somebody. Good luck. Handicap zone gives him the fucking right. Be right back for a minute. Did you see that officer parked there? Where did you go to? How's it going? Going back. No, unfortunately not. You tried to
What's up?
I want to know, is there an officer in here right now that parked in front of the bank?
No. What cop are there?
Yep, in the handicap spot, and I want to know who.
Oh yeah, no, they're walking.
Well, they have no right parking there.
I hear you. Let me open this up here. Hold on. Yeah, let me show you here. See what I can find here.
As I will tell other people.
I just saw them walking.
Yeah, there's another officer, like unmarked vehicle, but then you have this one parked in the handicap. So anybody that wants to do banking can do it.
Yeah.
Like,
So walk. I just saw them over there.
okay, well,
Walk down this side of the street and look at two females.
all right, I'll have a talk with them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be rude. I'm just trying to make it right.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Keeping them held accountable for their actions.
I agree.
All right, you have a great day, sir. I take it. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you driving this? You? You know where you're parked, right?
This situation highlights a lack of transparency and accountability from law enforcement. A police officer parking in a handicapped spot not only breaks the rules, but also causes public frustration. As citizens, we have the right to demand fairness and accountability from our public servants. That's why it's essential for everyone to speak up when they see misconduct, to protect the collective good.
A handicap zone, right? Yeah, you think you're allowed to do that? That does? If I was to do it, I'd get a ticket, wouldn't I? Not necessarily.
He's
Not
bylaw
necessarily.
officer.
I'm a bylaw officer. Yeah, this was a very hard. This
Oh
is.
my God! Is
You
it
look at it.
You need to get lost right now.
I don't need to do nothing.
Get lost.
I don't have to do nothing.
Get lost.
I would back
Leave.
down and fucking calm your attitude down, or
Leave.
get your supervisor.
Leave. Go get my supervisor.
You go get your supervisor. Call him over.
No, I'm
because
not
you're
calling
being
him here.
rude.
Call non-emergency and talk to them.
You're being rude,
Go.
and you'll be on YouTube. I don't have to go anywhere. I'm in public. You're coming up to me being rude. What's your name and badge number?
I'm not giving you my badge number. You can read my name. Leave. Leave.
You want to be the tough one, eh? I don't have to leave. You work for us, and they don't give no right for her to park there. It kept, there was a handicap. There was a handicap park there that had to park downwards because they were coming in the bank.
Can I tell you something? I'm the bylaw enforcement officer here.
Doesn't matter.
It
doesn't give you guys no right to park in a handicap.
You know what? It's very hard to see if you look at that.
Well, maybe we should get city people to do
Maybe
something,
we will,
but
so don't start.
but it says right there on the sign.
Yeah, well, you know what? They got a zillion things on their mind.
I know they do,
Okay, so cut
but
them a
I
break.
just don't like it
Cut
when.
them a break.
I true,
Okay.
but I don't like people taking advantage of the older people that
Show some respect
have the
around.
handicap signs. I do it all the time in Walmart,
Show some respect.
and I have older people respect me for what I do. So, all right. Well, if you're not going to park there again, please don't. But if you guys are in emergency, I would like to see lights on. That's all. But if it's parked there, you guys are intriguing people that are handicapped that really need it. Okay? I don't like you coming up to rude to me, but I'm not rude to you. But you come out of the woodwork rude to me, and you'll be seen on YouTube.
Okay, that's fine.
You will be seen, noticed. And I will put a complaint in about you.
Absolutely, you should.
You work for Mission RCMP?
I do.
And I'm a taxpayer, and I pay your wages. So respect your boss. Respect your boss more. Gonna follow me?
Yeah, I'm actually going that way.
Where are you off to?
That's none of your business.
The lesson from this situation is that we must uphold responsibility for shared rules. Whether it's a citizen or an officer, everyone should adhere to laws and regulations to avoid injustice. Speaking up and reporting misconduct is the only way to build a fair and transparent society. Everyone has the right to demand fairness and respect.